In this video, I'm going to be going over 5 reasons why you shouldn't be a Psych NP, so stay tuned. Welcome back, Psych Dude family. It's good seeing each and every one of you guys today. So, there are more and more people wanting to become Psych NPs, and I've always highlighted why you should become a Psych NP or the benefits of becoming a Psych NP. But I've never really said why you shouldn't become a Psych NP. And honestly, I'm going to be listing 5 reasons why you shouldn't become a Psych NP, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't. And don't let that deter you, because it definitely is a good career. But I'm saying is, if any of these do apply to you, then you should definitely take in consideration whether or not it's going to be the right career choice for you. And without further ado, let me give you 5 reasons why you should not be a Psych NP. And before we get started, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to add me on Instagram at @PsychDude. Enjoy! So, the very first reasons why you shouldn't become a Psych NP is, if you're not passionate about mental health and treating mental health patients, then this is probably not the right choice for you. You're going to be dealing with so many different types of people with so many different varieties of mental health disorders, and if you're not going to have a passion for it, you're probably going to get burnt out relatively fast, or you're just not going to enjoy the job that you're doing. So why even go into a career where you're treating primarily mental health issues and not being passionate about mental health? And the second reason why you shouldn't be a Psych NP is, if you don't like talking to people. This is probably the bread and butter of our job, is being able to talk to people, communicate with people, and being able to relay a message, or be able to educate, or be able to just converse with people. This is the basis of our job, and if you do not like talking to people, you don't like conversing with people, or you don't like educating people, or you get furious or get irritated when you have to educate people all the time, then this might not be the job for you. But on the other hand, you can develop these skills. You can develop the communication skills by practicing, by being able to talk to more people, and just being there for the person. I'm not saying this job isn't right for you if you don't like educating or conversing or talking to people, but I'm saying definitely take this into consideration, because you are going to be doing a lot of talking, a lot of conversing, a lot of education to this population of patients. The third reason why you shouldn't be a Psych NP is, you have to take work home with you. And if you don't expect to take work home with you, then this might not be the career choice. Not meaning like, oh, I have to do my paperwork at home. You might have to, or you have to chart at home, and you might have to. But what I'm talking about is the emotions. So a lot of the times people are talking about their problems, and they're coming to you for a solution, and sometimes you might not have that solution for them. And especially if they went through a tragedy or went through something that was extremely heartbreaking, in a sense that family member passed away, or something happened that's significant and tragic, you might have to take all of those emotions home with you. And unfortunately, we're humans, so we have to find our outlets. And if you're not able to find your outlets, then this burden can eat away at you, especially when you're hearing about so many different problems, when you're hearing about so many different tragedies throughout a span, throughout the day, throughout the week, things like that, and it can eventually eat at you. And if you don't feel like you're ready to take on these emotions, these stressors, then I definitely would take this into consideration and this career choice, because you are going to have to deal with that. You are going to have to actually hear about these issues, hear about these tragedies, and sometimes you have to relive that moment with the patient, and it can be hard. So definitely take that in consideration prior to choosing to want to be a Psych NP or actually going down that route. So the fourth reason why you shouldn't be a Psych NP is, if you're mentally unstable. I'm not saying someone that's mentally unstable is not capable to do this job, but you have to be comfortable with some of the demons that you have. If you're a depressed person, you have to be comfortable with your depression. If you're an anxious person, you have to be comfortable with your anxiety, and you have to somewhat get it under control, because like I said in the previous reason, you are going to be dealing with so much anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, bipolar, mania, things like that. You're going to have to deal with it. And if you're not mentally there and unstable and your emotions are relatively labile, then this might not be the career choice for you, because you're going to deal with so many different emotions, and you can't be portraying that to the patient because they're coming for you for help. And if you're anxious, you're depressed, and you're all over the place, then you're going to portray that to the patient, and they might have similar symptoms that you are, and they're not going to want to. I'm not saying they're not going to want to have some of those things, but you don't give the patient the right amount of justice by having all of these insecurities, all of these emotions, all of these unstable thoughts, mental capability, and it's gonna suck for the patient. Like, they're not gonna go down that path. It's like, say for example, if I was bipolar and I was manic and I was mentally unstable, imagine all the things I would be saying to the patient. I'd be everywhere, you know? And same goes if I was depressed. If I was depressed, not in the mood, and not really wanting to help the patient, and they're depressed also, then we're just both going to be depressed, and the right amount of information and my mindset isn't going to actually be there to actually help the patient. And they're coming for us for help. And that's the biggest thing. We want to be able to be mentally stable, be on the right path, and have that right mindset in order to give the best of our abilities to the patient. So if you're not at that point yet, I'm not saying you are or you're saying you aren't, but I want you to be able to understand that you have to be in that right mindset so you can give all of your thoughts on all of your capabilities to the patient, or else you're just doing them injustice. So definitely take that into consideration. So the fifth and final reasons why you shouldn't be a Psych NP is for the money. And I know that a lot of videos are coming out and a lot of statistics are coming out that Psych NPs is where it's at. You're going to be able to make so much money, blah, 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 blah. And you can make a lot of money, but at the same time is just don't do this for the money. Do it for the patients. Do it to help. Do it to actually make a difference within mental health. And that's why you should do it. And it seems like this is a huge topic now, and it's like how everyone wanted to become a CRNA. And there's so many people out there that want to be CRNAs just because they know they make so much money, and everyone's heading towards a Psych NP route because it's not as hard as CRNA school, right? And that mindset is definitely something you shouldn't have. You have to have the mindset of you want to do it for your passion. And I'm sure all of these CRNAs are doing it for their passion, and it's great that they make so much money, but then there are other people that went into the ICU wanting to become CRNAs just because they know they can make huge money. And it shouldn't be like that. It should be towards something that you're passionate about. You actually want to make a difference. And CRNAs make a huge impact, and I don't want people to go down a route just because they know they can make more money. They have to be able to go down that route because it makes them happy, they're willing to help, they're willing to make that impact, and they want to help others. So you should definitely take that into consideration because it does lead to burnout, and you don't want to burn out that quick, especially if you're putting so much money into this degree and pretty much jeopardizing your RN career. Not necessarily jeopardizing your RN career, but you're putting it on hold to pursue a degree where you know you can just make money, but you might not even be passionate about. So with that being said, definitely don't do it just for the money. Do it because you want to make a difference and you're passionate about helping mental health patients. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of my video. I hope this video was helpful, and I don't want you to think that if you have any of these symptoms or any of these 5 criteria that you shouldn't be a CN or you shouldn't be a Psych NP, because you should. But on the other hand, you need to understand that these things do factor in when choosing your career, and you have to think, okay, is this the right career choice for me? I know I've come out with so many different videos saying why you should be a Psych NP, why you should do it, but you have to look on the other side too, because you want to make sure you're in a career that makes you happy and a career that you're willing to do long term, because this isn't just one of those things you want to do for a couple of years and then go back to bedside. And if you're fully invested in being a Psych NP, don't let any of these reasons deter you from doing it. Just figure out what you want to do, make that goal, and continue to work hard at it. Alright? As always, have a wonderful day, guys, and enjoy. Bye!